um, it's important to understand the law of conservation of momentum, especially when you're going to be analyzing things like collisions, which is just a fancy term for crashes. Okay. So our learning target, I will explore how momentum is conserved in elastic collisions by analyzing the relationship between mass and velocity, using mathematical reasoning and real-world examples to predict the motion of objects before and after a collision. Okay, so the law of conservation of momentum. Conservation means that things stay the same, right? Um, out in the world, we may have heard of like conservation officers. Their job is to make sure that the population of animals remains the same. Okay. So the law of conservation of momentum states that the total momentum of all objects interacting with each other remains constant. Okay. There are some assumptions there, though. We do need to assume that there are no outside forces happening in the system. Okay. So if you think of two cars crashing head on, right? In order for the law of conservation momentum to apply, we have to assume that there weren't any other forces happening during that collision, like air resistance or friction or, something like that. Okay, so this means that the total momentum before an event has is equal to the total momentum after the event. Okay, before and after. Okay, so the events that happen are usually collisions, right? A collision happens when two or more objects come together in direct contact with each other. Okay, so if we look here, we have ball A is moving to the right, ball B is moving to the left. They are going to hit each other, right? And then after they hit each other, ball A is going to rebound and go backwards, and ball B is going to rebound and go backwards, right? So A is going to go to the left, B is going to go to the right, so in the opposite direction that they were coming at each other. Okay, there are three types of collisions that we are going to be concerned with. Each will be discussed in their own lesson. Okay, so this lesson is about elastic collisions. Okay, the next lesson is about inelastic collisions. And then the third is explosions, which is really just an inelastic collision backwards. Okay, so to sum it up, the law of conservation of momentum states that the total momentum of an object interacting with each other remains constant. Okay, they're used most often during the study of collisions, and the three main types of collisions are elastic, inelastic, and explosions.